I want to respond to your frustration about having your mind vacillate so much on a certain topic. So I just want to say that honestly, the only problem there is you thinking there's a problem that the mind is going back and forth like that. So we all know what the mind does. Sometimes the mind vacillates wildly, constantly. It can feel like it's incessant, but it's just what's happening right now. It might happen for a period, but it still won't be happening every second. Can you just accept the vacillations of the mind? And will you please call it the mind and not my mind, so that you don't take it personally? This happens to everybody. We've all been there. We'll all be there again. The only problem when your mind is vacillating is your thought that you should have unrelenting clarity and just stay as a pure beam of light in the truth. No, you shouldn't. So what I do want you to do is notice the clarity that you've got. You've actually got a lot of clarity. And even when your mind vacillates, the mind, you actually are good at calling yourself on what you've just said. That's not true. The email you sent me is a constant back and forth, but the good kind of back and forth, because when you said something untrue or exaggerated or that was a bleak prediction for the future, you actually then said, well, here's what's really true. So great. Give more weight, more time, more attention to the thoughts that are true, and the ones that aren't true, refute them. And don't believe they should stop coming back. They'll come back until they're done coming back. But if you don't engage with them, and if you don't get on the thought train that tells you the negative, untrue stuff, you're actually going to usher in a firmer, more unrelenting clarity much more quickly. So, how many times are you willing? I invite you to be willing every time the mind comes up with the next bleak, future predicting, or self-accusatory, or unkind, fear-based, stressful thought. Again, tell yourself what's truer. So you know how to do that. I invite you to honor the clarity you have and keep noticing it. One of the things you said to yourself was, I don't have to figure this all out right now. That's true. So tell yourself that more often. You could actually weigh in on the balance here. You could actually consciously cultivate more of the thoughts that you know are true. Just don't be exasperated when the mind does what it does and offers the next untrue thought. There's no problem. Quit believing there's a problem. Be willing to show up for the vacillations of the mind and keep telling yourself the truth.